TGR.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Onix, Ka-chow, Kablam. I did Tsum Tsums earlier, but I ain't doing Tsum Tsums now. I'm doing the Princess Mononoke little guy. Boom, bam, bada beam, bada boom. And on the other side of this wonderful connection,
It's
my
Rudy.
boy.
It's
Your
this
boy.
amazing thing. This Ka-chow, Ka-chow.
It's Luigi.
Wah.
Wow, what a great intro, guys.
Thank you. I tried to copy the best, man. I try to copy the best.
Guys, welcome to tonight's weekly resume, where we go over stuff that happens during the week.
Yes.
Now, this week has been pretty special. We've had a few shows, Nintendo Mini Direct. We had a Play Anime, whatever that was. And today, at the time of this recording anyway, we had the Xbox Event Games Showcase, where they showed a bunch of first-party games and third-party games as well. So, what better time to talk about these games than on our weekly resume?
Yeah.
So here we are. For the sake of time, we're going to talk about essentially our biggest 5 games that we took from the conference, with potentially maybe one that's not exactly as big, but we do want to talk about what it means going forward. But anyway, so let's start with what they essentially started with. We had a pre-show that was hosted by Jeff Keighley. I always say Joff.
Joff. Joff, Jeff. It doesn't matter. It's forever.
Yeah.
I always
my
say
friend,
Jeff.
Mr. Keighley.
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah,
Ke-
Mr.
Mr.
You're right,
Keighley.
I'm pretty sure.
Mr. Keighley.
Mr. Keighley. And during the pre-show, there were 2 big announcements. One was Dragon Quest XI coming to other platforms,
Right.
not just the Switch. And then the one that we're going to talk about now, which is Balan Wonderworld.
Yeah.
Looks to be a collab between Yuji Naka, which is the creator of Sonic, worked on Night into Dreams, as well as Square Enix. It's very Night into Dreams. It looks a lot like it in terms of like obviously visual style, aesthetic, and also like just the feel of the gameplay reminded me of like that dreamy, hazy atmosphere of Nights into Dreams. And I just gotta say, being a big Knights fan, I was a big Sega kid. Oh man.
Yeah. you seemed a little hyped. Like the moment that he came on screen, you were like, whoa. Like, who is this? What?
Yeah, I was
He's
like,
here?
oh, this is that Balan thing that they like talked about yesterday or whatever, or they like leaked. And then I'm thinking like, okay, well, it's great. I said when I saw Yuji Naka, I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What are you doing here? And then when he said, like knights and stuff, I'm like, why are they talking about knights?
Yeah.
Oh boy. So yeah, I'm very happy that Mr. Keighley got this like, I mean, I guess it's an exclusive reveal for the pre-show because, dude, I love Nights into Dream, man. Like, I don't know, I have a lot of history with it, not as much as like Panzer.
Yeah.
But I really, 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 really love Nights into Dreams. The gameplay was very unique.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if have you ever seen the game?
As
or
far
familiar
as,
with it?
I mean, that's the thing. Like, for people that don't know, like, I was a SNES kid, so I never had anything that was Sega at all.
Yeah.
So the few times that I played on a Genesis or a Saturn were at my friends' houses, and even with the Dreamcast. But I remember that the gameplay was you played. It seemed like a jester, and he was kind of like floating and flying. Like, I mean, let me know.
Yes. So I mean, it was on the Sega Saturn.
Right.
It was the game actually came bundled because the Sega Saturn, the original controller was just a D-pad and 6 face buttons,
Right.
and it had 2 triggers. Then this game needed like a stick because the way you control. So yes, you're actually kids that are in a dream state.
Okay.
And in the dream, they turn into knights. Knights being the jester. And when you turn into knights, you go from just like walking in a 3-dimensional path on the ground to then flying in the sky, kind of like catching orbs and stuff like that. Certain levels will have you go through like the 3D like plane, but mostly it's like a 2D. So it's 3D graphics with a 2D plane when you're flying, essentially. And for that motion of like doing those, like, because you have to do a lot of circles around certain like items to like get them.
Yeah.
So it was much more like precise with a joystick. So the game came bundled with this like fat circular thing So it had the joystick on the top left, the 6 buttons were here, and a D-pad at the bottom. And it was like such a unique thing for my brain at the time because it felt odd in my hand. It was like a really, really weird controller. But it worked.
Yeah.
You know? So I mean, I love that era of gaming, by the way. 32-bit was fucking magical.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. It had a really good atmosphere, fan-friggin-tastic music, like most Sega games back then. But yeah, so this is exciting just because we haven't had a game that's been really, really good in that like style of gaming for a very long time.
Yeah, man. I mean, I remember like looking at it and seeing everything, and the gameplay and everything that was shown had this magical aura to it, if that makes any sense. Like carnival-esque kind of, a very, very I don't know. I'm intrigued. I definitely want to learn more about it in regards to gameplay.
It looks fantastic, man.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it, and I hope that it does well because it looks like a really good platformer too.
Yeah. And we need more of those.
We sure do. Now, also in the pre-show, like I mentioned, Dragon Quest XI S Definitive. It's going to be ported to PS4, Xbox One, and PC. I'm not sure if they mentioned Series X and PS5 because it's coming out in December of this year. But I know for sure it's coming to those other consoles.
Right.
Which is cool. I actually was a little excited because I never got the Switch version. And I always hated the music and the way that the MIDI made it sound on the original PS4 release. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to get this on the PS4. And then there was an interview done with, I believe, IGN. And oh no, it wasn't an interview. I believe it was just like an FAQ page.
Yeah.
On the website.
Okay.
And yeah, so this is gonna be a port of the Switch port.
So
because for the Switch port, they had to essentially redo the entire engine to get it to run on the Switch. So it was obviously like lower textures, lower lighting effects, essentially, all of that stuff. And they're porting that version over to the PS4 and Xbox One.
So are they going to up-res everything?
The resolution will be higher.
Okay.
The frame rates are they're targeting the original frame rates on the PS4, so don't expect anything like 60 FPS on the PC
30.
version. Right.
Right, okay.
But it's still going to have the Switch textures and Switch lighting.
Huh.
Does that make sense, dude?
No. Like, I mean, I feel like the biggest difference between the Switch version and the PS4 version that was already there was the MIDI versus the orchestrated soundtrack.
That's one of them, but also the textures had to be dropped.
Well,
it's on the Switch.
That as well. But I think that's kind of like a given, seeing as how it's coming to the Switch.
Right. So, but because like it wasn't just a port where they had to like just drop the settings and then just kind of make it run the Switch. They had to redo the whole thing. Right. So because of that, I guess they don't want to like do more work. And I don't want to call them lazy, right?
But that sounds lazy.
But this is like it's a really
lazy.
bad. It's a bad way, man. Like it's just wild.
I don't know, man. That's not cool. I don't know.
Like you get all the extra content, you get, obviously the better music.
Yeah.
But
and you have to re-buy it, right?
You have to rebuy it.
It isn't like we're gonna go ahead and
here's
patch it, and here's an upgrade. Like it's
nope.
Wow.
Yeah, it's bullshit. So probably not gonna buy that.
I mean, I already have it on Switch, so I'm happy.
Yeah. I mean, I was looking forward to it. Like, I guarantee you, I have a feeling that PC modders are gonna like mod the shit out of that.
Oh yeah.
Like maybe put the right textures on it and keep everything there, and boom, there you go. There's your definitive version.
That's why we love PC gaming.
Indeed. But anyway, let's just move on to our next game. So, the event started off strong. Halo Infinite. I'm gonna ask you straight away. How did you feel about the presentation?
The presentation was good overall. It's a beautiful game. Let me just get that out of the way. Like, it's freaking pretty. But aside from the pop-in that we saw, and like you can go ahead and go back and see our review. Like, I literally like called it out. I was like, like it's pretty, but there's pop-in.
Like, I noticed it, but like I didn't think anything of it. And when you said it, I'm like, it reconfirmed that in my head. I'm like, oh yeah, I definitely saw that pop.
Oh yeah, there was pop-in. That's the SSD It's right there.
So guys, this shit has already become a meme. I can't believe this. But Halo Infinite's presentation has brought us an amazing meme with that brute face.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so funny because people, I guess they just were pausing the video. That face came from the brute that the chief punches. And like his helmet comes off. That's where the face is from. And it's so freaking funny. Like, it's such a bad picture. It's such a low like quality model almost.
Yeah. We'll put it on screen for sure.
Yeah, for sure. It's hilarious. And, you know, like, don't get me wrong. I think that the game overall did have a good aesthetic. I love the art style. And I understand it's open world, so it's going to have, you know, there's going to be some corners cut.
Right.
But my thing is this. When they showed the in-engine stuff, which, please, if you don't know the difference between in-engine and real gameplay, do some research. People that think Hellblade 2 is going to look like that while you play the game, y'all are crazy. It's not going to look like that. In-engine is very different than real gameplay.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress. The in-engine stuff they showed for this, I think it's called the Slip Space engine or something like that for Halo Infinite.
Sure.
It looked fantastic back in 2018. Even last year's showing was really good too. But obviously this is real gameplay and it's not looking as good. We've seen some trees in the background reminding me of like Pokemon Sword and Shield, and just stuff it's looking kind of rough. Art style looks good, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the game is it's needing some polishing to be sure.
How'd you feel about the actual gameplay, the mechanics that were being shown in that demo?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure I said it in my reaction. I wanted to see more new stuff just because, okay, this is what, the 6th Halo game?
Yeah.
And they all have brought something in. Halo 1 was the beginning.
Yeah, Combat Evolved.
Yeah, exactly. And what that brought in was this, like, joystick configuration that really wasn't there before. And you also have, like I mentioned in the stream, this combat of shooting, melee, and grenade. That was kind of like this combat design that like was in the entire game, and every single engagement that was like your toolkit. Then you bring in Halo 2, and they brought in obviously new Covenant, new enemies,
dual wielding,
way better AI, and exactly dual wielding on top of multiplayer, which was I mean huge.
Yeah,
but whatever. And then for Halo 3, they didn't bring in a lot of crazy stuff. Like, they brought in more melee weapons, so you had like the brute hammer on top of like the Covenant, the energy sword or whatever it was called. Obviously new weapons per usual, but they also had like more of an emphasis on like scripted scenes and a lot of like cinematic moments that kind of raised the bar for what Halo looked like back then. So Halo 3 was a culmination of everything, and it was just like such a refined product. Then Halo Reach brought in like the multiplayer component, which was always there, but it was almost like more team-based in a way.
Yeah.
It added a bunch more vehicles and, of course, the story, the prequels. But Halo Reach, to me, started showing like this decline in originality. I liked Halo Reach, but it felt samey at that point to me. Halo 4, they brought in a whole new... That was when 343 took over. Bungie had left them by then. And they brought in like this whole new enemy type, this whole new story, and while they looked cool, it didn't feel that different. I don't remember them adding too much. Oh, I'm sorry, Halo 3 did add the equipment, so like your shields, your boosters, stuff like that. And Halo Reach did add like passive abilities you could have. Like you could sprint, you could do other stuff with your controller, with your LB on the controller. But I don't know, man. Like with Halo 4 and Halo 5. They haven't done much, in my opinion, to set them apart. The story is what kind of kept it going. Now, with Halo Infinite, the story does look pretty interesting. It seems like it's a story where we've lost, right? The Covenant so far look like they've won. Yeah. So I'm not sure how it's going to work because Halo 5 ended in such a unique place that, I guess they scrapped that. I have no idea.
I have no idea either because I never played Halo 5.
You never played it, yeah. You can, because those are going to be coming to the Master Chief Collection. Well, maybe not Halo 5. Maybe I think it's up to Halo 4.
I don't know. Let us
But,
know in the comments below.
But yeah, so Infinite, yeah, they added a hook shot,
Yeah.
which is cool. It adds verticality and movement options, which I always love in my video games.
Yeah.
But that's about it, man. I didn't see anything else that I was just like, yo, that is some unique shit. And sometimes you don't need it. Like, if you have a really good system, like, look at Dragon Quest XI. It's got a really basic turn-based system, and it works well.
Yeah.
So what sets it apart? The world, the characters, the story. So, I mean, you could say the same for Halo Infinite. I'm definitely going to play it.
Yeah.
But it didn't do anything just from now that sold me. And Dragon Quest XI, for the record, didn't sell me when I first saw it either.
No.
I only bought it because I just wanted a JRPG.
Yeah. No. And,
Yeah, and I
and
bought
you
it
were
for
so
20 bucks
impressed
on
by
Black
it that
Friday.
you were like, dude, you have to get this. Blah, blah.
Yeah, I was very impressed. So maybe Halo Infinite will do the same. Only time we'll know. I know it's open world, so
Yeah.
that's kind of unique.
Yeah. I mean, that's a change from, well, open world in the campaign.
Yeah.
Is that what they said? So
Yeah,
that's
it's gonna be
different.
open world
That's,
design.
that's different from previous iterations.
Yeah, but it's open world. How many open world games do we have?
I'm playing Ghost
Like,
right
how-
now.
Exactly. Like, I really want to know how Halo will differentiate itself
Yeah.
in this world that, well, ironically, is open world.
Oh
Yeah.
man. So, well, I mean, what else was shown that
Well, these may not be in order at this point because I
Yeah.
forgot which one came first. But Everwild, the
Yeah.
new Rare game, that has always piqued my interest. I like Rare games a lot. I actually really wanted to do Perfect Dark, but we didn't get that. But
okay.
Everwild looks interesting. The art style looks fantastic.
Oh, amazing.
Whatever is their first story, I guess, looks good. But we saw no gameplay.
yeah,
And I think this is going to go for the next two games as well.
yeah,
But Everwild, like, I have no idea what a game's going to play like.
yeah, yeah.
So what is there to say?
I don't know. Like, I mean, I like the art style. I like the direction that they're going. I don't know what the main point of the game is because
Nobody
at
does.
this point you're interacting with nature. You did
Like
some
interacting with
seance
animals.
dance and you saved a deer-esque sort of being.
Yeah.
There was some interaction with animals and creatures where you were kind of like making moves and they were like following along. And
Yeah.
I remember saying in the reaction that it felt like it was very The Last Guardian-esque, where like
Right.
you were or not acting, but interacting with these creatures and telling them what to do. I don't know if that's
Right,
going to
right.
play into mechanics where you're moving things in the world and opening a path or like whatever it may be. Like, je ne sais quoi. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, like, it could very well be.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
this
what's
is all
gonna
based
happen.
off of like what they showed today, man.
Yeah, which wasn't a lot. I mean, yeah, it was
Yeah.
like, a minute and a half, 2 minutes of footage. But again, no gameplay.
Yeah.
So kind of crazy to think that this is the second time we've seen this game and we still haven't seen any gameplay.
Yeah. Yep.
And then S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2,
Yeah.
which of course, I think it's the biggest reaction. Surprisingly, I thought Halo Infinite was going to be bigger. But I got something wrong. Yes, I said that it was in Russia, and my bad, it's in Ukraine. At least S.T.A.L.K.E.R Shadow of Chernobyl was, which, my bad, guys.
Yeah.
Don't hate me for saying wrong things. I am not a Wikipedia article.
No. The developers
but
are
either
based
way,
out of Ukraine as well, too. I saw
they
that afterwards,
are.
which is really
They
cool.
are. And we did some research. The first game took place in what was it? It is in Ukraine, right? Which was at the time owned by USSR,
Yes.
or was part of USSR rather.
Yes.
Yeah. So whatever. But yeah, so it looks like I've never played the first S.T.A.L.K.E.R, but I am very familiar with it because it's an old franchise. It came out in 2007, and people when that game came out, people just loved it. It was like a very hard first-person game when games were moving towards like a more easier cinematic style.
you. Yes.
So that was like it kept it apart. And I believe I could be wrong, but I believe DayZ was a mod of S.T.A.L.K.E.R.
Really?
Or what was DayZ?
I didn't know
I
that.
forget.
I didn't know
Maybe
that.
DayZ was a mod of something else. But anyway, S.T.A.L.K.E.R's good.
Yeah.
And seeing S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 is hype because it's been a long time. The last S.T.A.L.K.E.R game was in 2010, I believe, from what I was reading.
2010.
So I
Damn.
think so. It's been a while, dude.
Damn.
And I even read up that like this game got canceled. Like it was supposed to have been made in 2012. It was released. It was supposed to be released in 2012, but it never came out.
The Call of Pripyat was in 2009.
Oh yeah, look at that. So it's been even longer.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. So I'm assuming people are very happy by this. A lot of people in our comments have been saying like, "Wow, like I cannot believe this. Like I shit my pants." Like that's cool. You know, like I'm excited for them because you know I've waited a long time for a sequel.
You've waited a long time for Panzer.
Oh, I sure did. And we're gonna end our weekly resume with the game that the conference ended with.
Yeah,
Fable. Which was another cinematic trailer.
A funny one, at least. Like,
I mean, it was good to see a fairy eaten by a frog. Definitely didn't expect that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, guys, I'll be for those of you that follow the channel and everything like that. Like, I have never owned an Xbox console. All the Xbox games and exclusive that I've played have been on friends' consoles, and I just happened to be there, and they let me play through campaigns. So
yeah, didn't you play Halo 3 on my console?
Did I play Halo 3 on your console? I think I started it on yours, but I finished it on my brother. Right. I like played because my brother-in-law was all like, "Oh yeah, you can go ahead and play it," and I like played from beginning to end, and I finished it in a weekend. Like I played till like 2 a.m., woke up the next day, and like finished the campaign before lunch.
To be young again.
I know, right? I missed that. I missed that. But you know, all I'm saying is that Fable was always one of those games that I was always interested in, and I never got an opportunity to play it simply because of the fact that I never owned an Xbox. Now, would it be amazing if all of these exclusives ended up on PC? Yeah, I would freaking love it.
I have a feeling they will. They said all their first party are going to be on Game Pass.
Even the older Fable games?
Oh, I don't know about those. Yeah, no.
That's really what I'm referring to is like because I know I think the new ones they said like underneath, and I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments below.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on Windows Store.
Yeah, so it's like hell yeah. Like if it's coming to Windows Store, like yeah, I don't mind even paying for it, even if it isn't on Xbox Game Pass. Like
I'm sure it will.
Like I'm fine with that, 100%. Yeah. So I don't know. Have you played any Fable games?
I played the first one. When I had my OG Xbox. Damn, I forget which version it was, but it was like a Game of the Year or Definitive Edition that I bought. It was like $20. And I remember buying it, and I liked it. I liked it a lot, actually. The combat was pretty decent considering what it was back then, you know. And the whole that was one of the first light and dark kind of games, you know. So it was cool. But I never played Fable 2. I heard Fable 2 was like almost blasphemous in a way because
really.
Like Lionhead Studios, and I forget what the guy's name was, but the head of Lionhead Studios back then. Yes, Peter Molyneux. Thank you.
Yeah.
He promised a bunch of shit, and it never came to fruition. And then with Fable 3, same thing. He promised a bunch of shit, and it kind of sort of came through. What the hell? Came true. So
it kind of went through the development and all.
Yeah, right.
I got you, bro.
So yeah.
I got you.
But yeah, so. Hopefully it's good. Again, this is something that I hate to see, but we see so many trailers with in-engine footage, and it's just one, it's not going to be representative of the final product, and also I don't know any gameplay details. I have no idea how I'm going to be interacting with this game, so it gives me a deflated feeling. You start off strong with an 11-minute or 8 or 9-minute gameplay footage of Halo Infinite, and you end with a CGI trailer. Whatever. Fair
enough. I mean, I will say that Halo is their biggest thing in my opinion.
It is 100%.
And I feel like wasn't the Fable that was scheduled for Xbox One scrapped or something like that?
It was. They were gonna make this multiplayer Fable where you were it was like
an
5
MMO?
people playing. No.
Right.
It was gonna be I don't even know how to describe it. It seemed like it was a concept the whole time. Honestly, it was like a multiplayer experience where one guy is the Lord, and 4 people are trying to fight this guy. It was odd. It was definitely weird, and it got scrapped. Oops, wow. Sorry guys.
Sorry, headphone users. Damn, that sucks.
I don't know.
So I mean, I don't know. I guess we have to wait for more details.
We sure do.
Did they say that they are going to go ahead and have another event in September?
There have been rumors of an August event where we're going to get more price details, actually, and release date and all that stuff.
In a little over a week, we're going to hit that month, and hopefully we'll get more details.
Yeah, maybe not in a week.
No. But that's when we hit the month, and then
Yeah, and then hopefully we'll get dates and stuff to
I want a
to
price.
tune into. These motherfuckers, dude, I'm so mad.
Me
like,
too.
Halo is obviously a launch title.
Seriously.
But we still get holiday 2020. Like, stop playing this fucking chicken game. Just announce it. Go for what. Like, I don't know what, like, who in marketing thinks this is a good idea, but I guess they have the degree, so
Well,
fuck if I know.
No, like I went to school for marketing. This is stupid. This is dumb. Like, no. Like the way that I see it, man. Like all this shit, all this information. If it wasn't for COVID-19, this shit would have happened in E3 anyways.
Do you really think they would have told us the release date at E3?
Not the release date, but at least the fucking price.
I don't know, man. I don't know if they would have done it.
You don't remember last gen?
I do remember last gen, but this is a very different gen.
I
We
don't
didn't
know,
have like
man.
mid-gen refreshes and shit. Like, I don't know, like the
At-
whole like because you gotta remember even in December,
Okay.
Sony was quiet. We've known about the Xbox Series X for literally 7 months, going on 8 months.
Right.
Okay, and Sony, when was their shit? In May, wasn't it?
Their presentation?
Their event?
I believe so, yeah.
It was in May, I
actually, now I'm questioning myself. I don't know anymore.
I thought it was late May.
I
Could be wrong.
I could be wrong. I have been wrong in
This
the past,
summer
guys.
has been fucking wild.
It's
dude.
like my mind has melded all the dates together. The date for this was June 11th, 2020 was the PS5 reveal event.
okay, so close enough.
Yeah, just a month off.
Yeah.
And then I don't think we had anything in May.
No, we had the
road
Xbox
to
event in
PS5
May.
was March 18th, which was
Yeah, but that was like
that was what was
that
supposed to be
at Cerny
GDC.
Talk.
Yeah, that was the Cerny
Yeah,
talk.
yeah. And,
So-
and then we had the May event was the Xbox event.
Yes.
So Microsoft has been very open about information since December, before COVID became an issue.
I love
100%.
that.
Yeah, I'm very appreciative of them being so open. But even before the global situation happened, and I don't know, like I don't really think that they would have been at E3 and announced that stuff, man.
Yeah.
I really don't think so.
You don't think so? Because like last
Sony
generation,
wasn't even going to show up, were they?
huh?
Sony wasn't even going to show up this year, were they?
No, they weren't going to show up, and I think that was simply because of like their relations with the ESA and
Yeah.
how they've managed things in regards to that. They're pretty
Fuck
much
the ESA.
Yeah, seriously. Like as much as I love having everything like, oh hey Ginger,
Condensed
what's up?
into a week. Oh, hi.
Condensed into a week. I didn't even know she was in here. Condensed into a week. Like I still think that the ESA is just poo poo caca in regards.
Yeah, they need
to
to run their shit a lot better.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I don't know. Like I would have rather. I miss E3 when they announced the PS4 and the Xbox One. It was just
Yeah. That was a really good 2013 E3 was fantastic.
seriously because it was Microsoft the Xbox went first. And they were like, hey, this is what we have. This is the price. Sony was like, hey,
Yeah,
this is
man.
our stuff, and this is how you share games.
Oh my god, and Sony. Oh, see, that was like a brawl, man. Like,
Yeah, dude.
oh man, what a year.
Seriously, I
So
freaking love it.
I'm with you on that. I do miss those presentations for that aspect of it.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're ever gonna go back to that. I think we're in a very different world. And going forward, I mean, E3 may never even come back, and I'm okay with it as long
Yeah.
as it's replaced by a week of information. Damn it,
you don't like this 3 months of just like nonstop
dude. The
drip
first
content?
weren't the first announcements like in May, right? I believe that's when the Summer Game Fest started,
I'm gonna have to.
or was it like late April? I think it was late April.
I wish my cat wasn't in my face.
But I mean, either way, it's been a few months already. It's getting a little tiring.
Yeah, I mean the first event was May 12th, 2020. That's where
yeah,
they
May
did.
fucking 12th. We're talking about it's been two months and almost 2 weeks.
Insane, man.
And we still have more to go. We still have all of August and possibly even September. September TGS is going to be there though, so hopefully that will end the
What about GDC?
the nonsense. Well, GDC is not really for announcements and stuff.
No.
It's more so for like discussions and new tech and stuff like that. We're not going to see like game announcements
Oh,
happening.
I'm sorry,
there.
not GDC. I'm sorry, Gamescom.
Gamescom. When is Gamescom? Is it in August? Late August?
Dude, I literally sent you the schedule. The
Yeah.
other day.
No, you're right. It's like August 6th, I think.
Yeah, it's like.
No, you sent me GDC.
Did I send you GDC? I thought it was.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. No, man. I shouldn't drink and podcast. That's not.
You
good
really
idea.
shouldn't. Podcasting is hard.
Yes, podcasting requires mental strength. But no, I thought Gamescom if that was GDC, then my bad.
Yeah. You sent it to me on Wednesday. Schedule for GDC is live.
Okay.
Game Developers Conference.
Gamescom is Thursday, August 27th to Sunday,
Okay.
August 30th.
There you go. That makes sense.
I don't know if that is still up to date though, simply because of the fact that they had to go all digital.
I mean, it could be.
But opening night live is on August 27th.
And who's hosting that?
I don't know.
Is it Jeff?
Joff?
Mr. Keeley?
Mr. Keeley? I don't know. Not 100% sure. I think that hasn't been stated yet. I'm looking at their site right now. And I think all of that, the streaming information is still being figured out. Could be wrong.
Okay.
Let us know in the comments below.
Indeed. Well,
I don't know.
I'm just hoping it comes to an end soon,
Me too,
and
man.
we can go back to just a regular kind of schedule as much as we can, anyway.
Yeah, I just want to chill, and enjoy events all together. All together now.
So I personally would rate this a TGR Silver.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either.
No.
And in hindsight, the PS5 event was pretty decent too. It probably maybe gets gold for Demon Souls. But yeah, so right now we are still in a weird place where we don't know like legit the bangers. I think. For the next gen. So
I agree with you. It's so weird because like some of the games that were shown today were launch titles. Like they literally said,
Right.
this is a launch title. But again, no info in regards to all that. And Sony has kept things still pretty tight, if I'm not mistaken.
they sure have.
So I don't know, man. I just want more info. That's all. I want all the info. Give it to me now.
Yeah.
So anyways.
But anyway, guys, let us know what you think in the comments below. Let us know if you like the conference, if you hate our guts and want to tell us to our face.
Yeah, you're more than welcome.
Join our
to.
Discord
Yeah, join our Discord.
and tell us on Discord and stay around because we're kind of cool.
Yeah.
But do the usual YouTube stuff. You know what to do. And anything else you want to add, my friend?
I don't know, man. Like become a patron or like a YouTube member.
You can do stickers. And
Yeah,
super chats.
stickers and super chats. Let's go, baby.
Wahoo!
Oh man, my
And you get
cats.
pictures of our animals. That's also a plus.
Oh yeah, that is a plus. We send you pictures. There's an exclusive channel for you guys on Discord and whatnot. So
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, I guess that's it.
I guess that's it. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Deuces.
Bye.
Hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more and stay up to date, subscribe, hit the little bell, and join our Discord.
If you want to support the channel, please check out our Patreon or hit the join button below. As always, thanks for your support and thanks for watching.